Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of the new Star Wars Black Series figures we have got with us today, Ezra and Chopper. And I just picked these guys up over the weekend and was very excited because I'm a huge Star Wars Rebels fan. In fact, I will go so far as to say Star Wars Rebels may in fact be my favorite thing that is Star Wars, as far as movies and TV shows and things like that. And I know that's saying a lot, because I grew up on the movies, and I still love Empire Strikes Back and the original trilogy, and to a lesser extent, the prequels. But I got 4 seasons of really great content out of Rebels, and so I'm a huge Rebels fan is what I'm trying to say. All right? Anyway, was really excited to pick these up. I don't currently have an Ezra or a Chopper in my 6-inch scale collection. I do in my 3 3/4 inch or 4-inch collection, but 6-inch scale, I was missing these two guys, so very excited when I heard they were coming out. Wanted to pick them up, rushed out, got them this weekend, and let's talk about them a little bit. We're going to talk about Chopper first. We're going to kind of move Ezra to the back here, and Chopper's actually done really well. I can't say anything but good things about this guy, with one exception, with one of his accessories, which is just kind of pointless more than anything else. But we've got Chopper here, and great detail on him. He looks fantastic. The radar dish on the head, let's go ahead and take him off of here. We're going to take his little rocket accessory out of here. And you can see on the figure, and hey, look, it's a basic droid, right? So you got a little rotation there, and you got that, and some little bit of pivot there on the feet, but that's about it. But he's just a great looking droid. Look at that, it's Chopper. Come on, he looks fantastic. Looks great, just kind of there next to Ezra, right? He does have the base here with his little rocket effect. You can kind of plug in there, make it look like he's blasting off the ground, which is probably how I'll display him. Or you can just have the rocket blast effect just coming straight out of there like that, if you want. Then he also does come with, and I forget which is which. He comes with a replacement leg here. You can pop this one off and put this slightly different one on. I think this is how he looked in Ahsoka, if I remember correctly. Which is fine, it's cool, good accessory, but I'm gonna keep him like this. I like him like this. You know, I like him symmetrical. All right, so that's how I'm gonna keep him here. And then he comes with this useless accessory. Of course, this is his wheel, right? And I want you to take a look at the difference here between these two accessories, okay? And I did this just to be sure. If you stick this as far in here as it will go, because it will just kind of slide right in, you can't get the wheel back out. It goes all the way into the body, and I had to get like a knife and kind of pick it out of here. If you want to have Chopper kind of like doing the R2-D2 where he leans forward a little bit or leans back a little bit, and you put the leg in there to where it looks like he's resting on it, right? Looks good, right? Just like that, except for the fact that it falls out. If you put this into the body far enough for it to actually grip and hold on, it only sticks down that far. And it doesn't actually touch the ground when you lean him back, which is kind of weird. I mean, if you like set him like this, I guess it touches a little bit. Anyway, it's kind of a useless accessory because what you want is you want him leaned back in traditional R2-D2 fashion, and you want this leg to extend all the way to the ground so that he's, running like a little tripod. So this thing's kind of useless in my opinion, but other than that, Chopper is great, and I love him, and I think he looks awesome, and I would not have displayed him with that third leg / wheel anyway, so it's not a big loss for me. But like, if you're gonna go to the effort of putting an accessory in there, maybe make sure it works correctly. Like, what they should have done is made it a little bit longer. It should have been about that long, okay? That's what they should have done. They should have made it about another ½ inch longer, and it would have worked fine. They didn't, and so this thing kind of is just there and useless and doesn't really do a lot of good. But other than that, Chopper is awesome. Absolutely love him. All right, now let's talk about Ezra here. So Ezra only comes with 2 accessories. He does come with his DL-44 blaster, which kind of sort of fits in the holster. Honestly, this is the wrong holster for this gun. And if you have been collecting Black Series or anything like that for a while, you know that the DL-44, because of the scope that's on the side of it, the holster needs a little slit cut in it right there so that it fits properly in there. This one does not have that, so I'll probably do that myself, but I shouldn't have to. And then of course he does come with his lightsaber. Now, as far as the body goes, it's great. It looks great. This is supposed to be like a Season 4 era, Star Wars Rebels Season 4 era Ezra, as far as the costume and everything like that goes. And he looks really good, and I dig it, and I think, the shin guards and the boots and the outfit and the gloves and everything look great. And I think it works really well. The problem is the face. So what they've done here is they've done this kind of, they've basically taken the face of the actor who played Ezra in Ahsoka and put it on this supposedly 18-year-old Ezra body. And it looks weird. Like, it just looks weird, because clearly this is like a 32-year-old man's face on a teenager's body. And especially, and I'll bring out some other figures here, this is a fairly short figure. He's under 6 inches tall. And when you stand him next to Kanan or Sabine or anything, and you see this short little guy, short little figure with a grown-ass adult's face on it, it looks strange. And I can't get past that, to be honest with you guys. It's odd, it's weird, and I don't know. I don't know what to think about this guy. I mean, I like it, and it's, standard Star Wars Black Series articulation and everything, and I like the outfit, and it looks like Ezra for the most part, except for that face sculpt. And I just, it's off-putting. It's off-putting when you see this adult 30-something-year-old man face on what is supposed to be a fairly small 17 or 18-year-old teenage body. It looks weird. And I'm just not a very big fan of it, to be honest with you. Like, I think the original version of Ezra is way better, which I wish I still had that figure. I did have him at one point, and I actually got rid of it when I dumped part of my Star Wars collection, and I wish I hadn't, because that was a much better figure than this one was. Of course, he's much more expensive now, which is a shame, but I might have to go pick him back up again, to be honest, because that figure is way better than this one. It might even be worth picking that figure up just to do a head swap, because I do like the body here, but that other face sculpt is much, much better, and I'd much rather have the more, animated look for Ezra, as opposed to this realistic looking face on this Season 4 Ezra body. It's just weird, but I digress. Other than that, it's a good figure, I guess. Let's go ahead and pull some other figures out. We'll do some comparisons here, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, so here we are with a group of other figures. Of course, we've got Kanan, we got Sabine, we got Cal Kestis, we got Ahsoka from the Rebels series, and then, of course, we got the newest Luke Skywalker, his Jedi training school outfit, whatever that is, okay? And I think these two figures look absolutely great with this lineup. However, I have to point out that, as you can see here, Ezra is the shortest figure, thus kind of enshrining that he's supposed to be a kid here, and yet still has this 30-something-year-old face on it. And it's just weird looking. Like, it really, really is. It bothers me, probably way more than it should. And I don't think this is like some QC control issue or anything like that with Hasbro. I think this was an intentional creative decision by Hasbro to put that 30-something-year-old actor's face on the body of what essentially in Season 4 of Rebels was a kid character. He's supposed to be like 17, maybe, something like that, maybe 18 years old, and it just looks weird. And if they had wanted to do that actor as an adult, looking the way he did, with the beard and everything in the Ahsoka series, I would have been fine with it. That would have been a great figure. I would have liked it. But having Ezra at this age, I want him to look like a kid, and I want him to look like he did in the show. I'd rather them go and skew more with an animated look than this super realistic, let's look like a 30-something-year-old actor look. It just looks off for the character at this point, and it just bothers me. And that takes us into price here, because we got to ask, are these two figures worth it? Now, as far as Chopper goes, hands down, it's worth it, okay? These figures are 25 bucks a piece. That's the new entry-level price, pretty much for, action figures across the board. So if you're not comfortable paying that, then you should probably stop collecting altogether. So are these worth that $25 entry-level price? Chopper, absolutely, hands down, is. Even though he comes with one accessory that I don't think is very usable, he comes with 3 other accessories that I think absolutely are, and the figure itself is great. And yes, I think Chopper is absolutely worth it. Ezra, on the other hand, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's worth it unless the face doesn't bother you. Like, if the face doesn't bother you, there's nothing wrong with the figure. It's fine. It's got all the articulation and everything you would expect from a Star Wars Black Series figure. So if you're okay with the 30-something-year-old face on a teenage body, then yeah, I'm sure it's worth it for you. It bothers me. And so, from my perspective, I don't think it's worth it. To be honest, I would rather just go buy the old figure. I'd rather pay more money for the older figure and have what I think is a better looking head sculpt and face sculpt, to the point that I'm even considering buying that one and just doing a head swap or something. I don't know, because it's weird looking, man. It really, really is. It's weird looking. So Chopper's worth it. To me, Ezra's not. You make your own decision on that. I'm not going to be getting rid of Ezra or anything like that, at least not anytime soon. So I'm not saying I'm going to dump the figure or anything. I mean, right now he's the only 6-inch scale Ezra I have, so I'm going to keep the figure for now. But it's not one that I can sit here and honestly tell you is actually worth the 25 bucks, because I don't think it is, which is a shame, because I was kind of excited about it, and now I'm a little disappointed. But that's it. That's enough from me. Both are decent figures. Chopper is really good, definitely worth the money. Would love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So just let me know. I mean, if you're into Star Wars Black Series, what do you think of these two figures? I think Chopper's a no-brainer. Absolutely, this is a must-get. Ezra, to me, especially if you have the old figure already, or if you're just planning on picking it up, Ezra is an easy pass. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.